Okay. I have no idea how well that's going to work. We're going to turn the preview off because I actually don't care. And, alright, so I'm trying something a little bit different this time. So, what happened is that the last stream, the microscope just kept getting in the way, and it was a big deal, and I hated it, and it was really bothering me. And so I had some moments to sit here and think about that, and try to think about this constructively. And the way that I started thinking about it is, the problem is that I'm looking through a magnifying lamp instead of through the microscope that everyone else is looking through. But I don't have, and I can't find, a digital microscope that doesn't require some weird app to do streaming so that it would be compatible with Linux out of the box. Plus, I already have this one that works perfectly fine. So, could I get my laptop to drive an external monitor? So I borrowed an external monitor from work, which is like hanging up just out of scene right there. And we're going to see if it actually works. This is going to be really quick. I'm intending to do this mostly just so that I can do a quick test. Already we can see the biggest problem is the cheap swing arm that this thing is on. I can barely touch it, and it's like it's an earthquake in the microscope. I've looked at different solutions to fix this, and it's going to be a lot of money. It's going to be like a good one that I saw was $70, and that is a lot of cash for me. So maybe I can make that work. But I'm going to do a little bit more research and maybe see what can happen. It would be really nice if I didn't have to buy a second monitor, buy a new microscope, buy a new laptop in order to do this nonsense that like 3 people are going to watch. But I figured let's at least try doing this setup. Oop, that is not the color I wanted of my light. I wanted it brighter. There we go. And I have this on the bench. That was another thing that I thought about doing, is getting one of these little $17 microscope-only mounts. And it just feels like it would get in the way. It would hurt, because whenever I move my hands, I'd be bumping into the stupid thing. Plus, it's got a big metal base, and I hate that. So, instead, what I'm thinking about doing is doing it like this. And what I want to do is see if I can actually still effectively use my tools while looking through the microscope, because there's a delay, not a long delay, but a short delay. This soldering iron is not plugged in on purpose. I am just doing tests just to go through the motions. And yeah, you can see that that is already a little bit difficult. That's going to require a little bit of a change in how I approach things to make that work. I think it can work. Like, let's just say I want to pretend I'm soldering like this little tiny component. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. It's just not particularly great. Okay. So, that's my thought. Again, another thing I want to see is just if I can get the camera stuttering a little bit better. I found out that the bench cam actually prefers motion JPEG, and it seems like the microscope doesn't care. The microscope is perfectly fine doing motion JPEG, and that seems to be a little bit easier on the CPU. So we're going to try that. And also I found out I can just scale down the scene. I don't have to broadcast at 2K. I can take that down to 1280 by 720, and I'm perfectly happy with that. I'm doing this on the cheap, so that's the best I can do. Oh, the switch wire finished. Let's go pull that off the bed. Okay. I am in a gold expense. Fresh off the bed. You can still see the bed is still attached. And this is part of a new thing I've been doing lately. I have been printing off these. There we go. Pop. Just clean that off. Man, PEI sheets look really weird close up, don't they? They look like the surface of the sun. Okay. So, let's put that back. I've been trying to organize my parts bin for a while. That is still not centered on the thread. There we go. That's close enough. And I've been slowly building some of these Gridfinity boxes. And wow, you cannot see that through the microscope because it's just so dark. Anyways, I could just show this in the bench cam. And this is actually one of the things that's a little bit frustrating. I do not have the skills in order to do that. I could try doing a quick transform to fit that screen. There we go. And now you can see that here is the thing that I was building, I had been printing. And again, this is from the switch wire. The switch wire has been breaking in really well over the last week. The layer stacking is just really gorgeous now on these prints, and I'm just loving it. So I'm really happy with how the switch wire is going. But I've been printing out these little boxes to store all of the hardware that I have, and I'm still in M3s. I got all the M2s, I got the 2.5s, and now I'm still in the M3s. Just trying to get the M3s out is just a lot. Someone would figure out how to do a hotkey for OBS. I am not one of those people. Let's take a quick look at that layer stacking under the microscope. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. Microscope's not particularly spectacular, but you know, you get what you pay for, and this was $40, so that's still a lot of money for me. Okay, so this was basically a quick little stream test. I wanted to see how all of this was working, if we actually could get a pretty good stream going here without massively melting my computer, if driving an external monitor was going to work, and I think that's good. Maybe we'll actually do a real stream tomorrow. We'll see. Bye!